What's going on, everybody? 1 year ago today, I started my burpee journey. I came across randomly something called Busy Dad Training, and at that point I had been wanting to get myself in better shape, do something about my cardiovascular health, have more stamina, more energy, stuff like that. And I randomly came across somehow, I don't even know how, a guy doing burpees, and turned out to be Max from Busy Dad Training, and I started that very same day with my burpee journey. My first session ever was a 6-count burpee session, or maybe I should call it a 1-pump burpee session. I don't think that I actually counted out all the steps, but in my head I was counting. I just didn't count them out loud. But in my first 1-pump burpee session or 6-count burpee session, whatever you want to call it, I did 83. And just that fact alone blew me away. I didn't even know it was possible. The longest I ever done burpees was 30-second bursts in like these random workouts, and I would do 30 seconds, and 30 seconds of burpees would kill me. And it was the old, CrossFit style burpees where you go down, jump up at the end, and it would wear me out. They always did me in, and I was always out of breath. So whenever I saw the numbers that Max was getting, and some of the other people at that time who I came across, as I was researching, doing burpees, I just couldn't fathom the amount of burpees that those people were doing. And even today, after a year, there are some numbers that I see some guys doing. I just can't even fathom doing that many. They're doing so much more than I am even right now after a year. But I wanted to do a 1-year follow-up to kind of give you an idea of someone, if you're kind of like me, just an average guy trying to work out, just to see the progression from starting from nothing and doing a year. Now, I have not probably gone as far as I wanted to go. I didn't get ultimately to where I wanted to be, but I've done a lot more than I ever thought was possible for myself to do. So like I said, my first session ever of 6 counts was 83. And then that same week I did one session of Navy SEAL burpees, and I did, I think, 38 of those. So that was my baseline. 83 6 counts and 38, or it might have been 86 6 counts and 38 burpees. I have it written down or logged here on a spreadsheet on my phone, but I went ahead and added up all the numbers from all the workouts I've done over the years. And I kept track of every single thing I did. Now, I didn't stick strictly to Busy Dad Training. I started doing pull-ups not long after that, and I started doing squats and having a leg day every week not long after that, just so I could have some kind of focus on my legs. I've already got chicken legs, and I didn't want it to become any worse. My legs are skinny as is, so I wanted to try to do something to try to make my legs have some more strength and maybe be developed a little bit more as well, instead of just my upper body. But I started doing air squats, Bulgarian split squats. On the days when I had issues with my back, which has happened, I think 4 or 5 times over the year, there were some days where I couldn't do burpees because I had tweaked my back somehow. On those days I did like jumping jacks and just push-ups by themselves without burpees and stuff like that. So the numbers I'm giving you, first of all, when I looked at them, are absolutely insane. I can't believe that I did as many as I did. When you add them up over a year, it becomes some unimaginable number that you wouldn't think that you would be able to achieve. But I wanted to go ahead and list them out here. I got them all counted out just to do a 1-year progression. And this video is kind of more for me than anybody else, so that I can see what happened after a year, what numbers did I achieve. So I already gave you my starting point, which was 83 6 counts, 86. Let me actually look. I did 86 6 counts and 38 Navy SEAL burpees that first week. And I only did those 2 days that week, just as a baseline, and to give myself a few days to recover. So my PRs as of right now, 1 year later, are 150 6 counts or 1-pump burpees, whatever you want to call them. I'm not really counting out the number out loud. I am in my head somewhat, but whether those are 6-count burpees or just 1-pump burpees, let's just call them 1-pump burpees. They're 6-count burpees without counting them out, okay? I'm at 155, which is like level 1D in the Busy Dad Training Program. I really hoped to get to level 2 by now, but it just didn't happen. Had some issues with plateaus, and then, as things have gone, I've gotten better, then lost some, and then got better, then lost some, and plateaued. So I'm trying to push through that right now, but 155 is my PR for 6-count burpees. And I have a tab on this spreadsheet. I'm keeping track on a spreadsheet here. I think it's just Google Sheets. I've got all of my PRs, and my current PR for 6 counts is 155. For a 20-minute session, 195 for a 30-minute session, and 250 for a 40-minute session. Navy SEAL burpees, my PR currently is 73 for a 20-minute session, 97 for a 30-minute session, and 121 for a 40-minute session. I've grown a lot just to see that number Navy SEAL burpees to go from 38, which was absolutely insane to do that first week a year ago, to do 73 now. It's crazy to think. Did I double it? It wasn't 38 times 2, 36, 70, 76. So I'm just a few short of doubling my PR, but you know, it is what it is. I've done a lot better. I'm happy with my numbers so far. So if I add up all of the burpees that I've done over a year, 6 count burpees or 1 pump burpees, I've done a total of 11,897. That is absolutely insane to think about. And that's like baby numbers compared to what some other people are doing. Navy SEALs, I've done 6,464 Navy SEAL burpees. And each one of those consists of 3 push-ups, right? And considering all of there were the days that I mentioned that I had back issues, that I did just push-ups and like jumping jacks or something like that. So there were some push-ups that I did that did not involve burpees. But if you had all those burpee push-ups from the 6 counts from the Navy SEALs and then all the extra push-ups I did, it comes to a total of 32,961 push-ups over the course of a year. That is absolutely mind-blowing. I can't believe it. I just can't believe it. I've done 32,000 push-ups. Can you believe it? I'm looking at the number and I can't believe it. So in addition to that, I've done pull-ups, right? I started doing pull-ups. My first sets, I had to do like 3 sets to get up to 10. And now when I do them, I got to where I was doing, every time I do over the months, every time I do a session, I would do 100 push-ups or 100 pull-ups, just over a few sets. And then I got to where I was doing that 3 to 5 times a week. Well, I started developing some pain in my elbow right here, right around this area. At first I thought it was in my muscle and I thought I just had to work through it, because once I started doing the pull-ups, the pain kind of went away. But over a course of several weeks, it just got worse. And it would hurt to just even open a door or lift anything like this, it would hurt. So I realized the pain was mainly focused on this bone right here, and really not on the bone itself, but right around the bone. So I figured that there was some kind of tendon there. I looked it up. It turns out you can get golfer's elbow or tendonitis from overworking. So I made the decision some weeks back to stop pushing pull-ups so much. And I backed off to doing just 50 a week. So I do 1 day of pull-ups right now. Currently where I'm at, I'm going to try to get back up to where I can do more, but I got to let this flare up, or whatever this pain is, go away. So I'm doing 50 pull-ups a week right now. I'll do them all in one session. I'll do like a W method or a ladder. I'll start with 1 and then 2, and then a set of 3, then a set of 4, and then a set of 5, you know, and then back down to 1, back up to 5, and stuff like that. So I'm getting to doing 50 in a day. It's not where I wanted to be with pull-ups, but I'm happy enough with it. And my total number of pull-ups over the year is 6,738. Can't believe it. I absolutely can't believe it. I would have never thought. And pull-ups is like the hardest thing to do. I've always struggled with pull-ups. So the fact that I can even do 50 in one session, it boggles my mind. I would have never thought I'd be able to do that, but I've achieved something I never thought possible. You know, and I think I could be happy about that. Bulgarian split squats. I've done 2,495 of those on each leg. That's kind of like a one-legged squat. Air squats, just kind of a typical squat down and up, 5,910 of those. And those are my numbers. So I've done a few other things here and there, some step back lunges and some step forward lunges and some pike push-ups and stuff like that. But you know, I didn't do enough of those to really think I wanted to count them all up. But anyway, I do have them logged. I just don't have the total numbers. I haven't done that. So anyway, just wanted to do a 1-year update. Thanks for all of you who have subscribed. I think right now I'm at 350 something subscribers. I appreciate every one of you. Go ahead and hit subscribe. I'm going to try to do some more videos. Thanks for watching. Thanks for following along. All of you who have it's been a huge encouragement. The people who have left comments on my videos. I appreciate that. And I guess I'll see you in the next video. Bye.